Day 1. The sun was blazing, like it had a personal grudge against anyone under it. And right there, in the middle of the Welcome to Nowhere field, stood Lyra. Her bright red hair looked like it might catch fire, but she had that classic look of someone who simply refused to read the room. She held her stone hoe like it was a magic sword, ready to conquer, or, well, guard.
Behold, Lyra the Magnificent, conqueror of challenges, and soon to be gardening guru.
She swung her hoe like she was slaying a dragon, ready to tame the wilderness. Clang! The hoe bounced off the hard dirt like a kid falling off a trampoline, but Lyra's grin stayed put, even as her arms shook from the impact.
Give up, you stubborn dirt. Turn into a paradise of plump pumpkins and juicy melons.
And so began the most ridiculous battle of her life. Lyra versus the dirt. She swung. She attacked. She sweated buckets. Hours later, she looked like a sunburned scarecrow. The field? Oh, still dry and stony, refusing to budge. Lyra collapsed onto a rock, wiping the sweat off her face.
This dirt's tougher than a troll's back after a sunbath, but I'm tougher.
Suddenly, footsteps crunched on the dry ground. A young woman in a sun hat was walking toward her, carrying a basket of wilted vegetables.
You must be the newcomer.
Lyra jumped to her feet, striking a pose.
Lyra's the name. Innovation's the game. And you are?
Mira. I lead the villagers who grow the crops. Not that there's much to grow.
It just needs some pizzazz. Like singing to it. Pep talks. Maybe the seeds are just shy.
Singing to the soil.
Yep. Like, oh little sprouts, don't be afraid. Show you're green and grow in spades.
That's different. But spirit alone won't fix this. We've tried for years. Everything from fertilizers to rain dances. The land's just too poor.
Maybe, but if there's a way, we'll find it. And if not, we'll make one up.
Day 2. The sun was up, ready for another round of roasting. Lyra and Mira led a group of villagers armed with baskets of fruit peels, eggshells, and a disturbing amount of other scraps. Lyra clapped her hands together.
All right, team. Today we feed the soil like it's getting a 5-course dinner. Who's ready to spread the stinky goodness?
The villagers exchanged nervous looks.
We've been saving this compost, hoping it'll help. But, well, don't get your hopes up too much.
Lyra was already scooping up compost with her hands, tossing it around like it was magic fairy dust.
Look alive, dirt. You're about to dine in style.
She tossed a banana peel at the ground.
Become one with the dirt, my banana buddy.
By noon, everyone was sweaty and possibly questioning all their life choices. Even Lyra looked a little tired, but she still tried to cheer everyone up.
Strong arms, strong hearts, strong plants. We're gonna grow veggies so big that even giants will be jealous.
Mira shook her head, a small smile appearing. Everyone worked until sunset, but the field still looked as empty as ever. Lyra dropped onto her favorite rock.
This dirt is thirstier than a dragon after a hot pepper eating contest.
Mira sat beside her, looking at the sky.
Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, it feels like nothing changes.
But there's always a way, right? We just have to find it.
Maybe. Or maybe we just need better tools. Better ideas. Something we haven't tried yet.
Tools, you say? Ideas, you say? We need an irrigation system. Channels to bring water.
That'd take a lot of work and materials. It might be too much of a challenge.
A challenge? That's my middle name. Actually, no. But Lyra Challenge sounds pretty cool, right?
Day 3. They got right into it. Lyra's enthusiasm spread faster than gossip at a royal banquet. Villagers dug trenches, diverted streams, and made the field look like an obstacle course. Lyra, meanwhile, built what she called the amazing Lyra pulley thingy. It was made from ropes, branches, and some very questionable knots.
Behold, the future of irrigation.
She pointed as a tiny trickle of water made its way into the channel. For a glorious moment, hope filled the air as everyone cheered. Then, the earth soaked up the water faster than a goblin at happy hour, leaving the seeds as dry as before. Lyra flopped to the ground, her face in the dirt.
Why? This dirt is thirstier than me after karaoke night.
We need something to hold the moisture in. Like a blanket.
Yes, we need to tuck in the dirt. Like a big baby. We'll use straw and leaves as a blankie.
Mulch. That's actually not a bad idea.
And so, they got to work gathering straw and leaves. They tucked in the soil like they were wrapping it up for bedtime. The field still looked empty. But under the mulch, there was the promise of hope. Days 4+. Days passed, and soon a week had gone by. The field had gone from hopeless to, well, slightly hopeful. One day, the first tiny green sprout poked up. The villagers erupted into cheers so loud it probably scared the birds into moving villages. Lyra knelt beside the sprout, cooing like a proud parent.
Look at you, little guy. You're basically a green giant. I can already see oversized salads in your future.
The villagers laughed, the field filled with cautious hope. But even as they laughed, the land fought back. Sprouts withered. The soil stayed stubborn, and every step forward seemed to come with 2 steps back. Lyra stood in the field, shaking her fist at the sky.
I have been defeated. Oh, cruel soil.
No, Lyra. We failed. But we failed together. And that's worth something.
This isn't over. I may have lost this round, but I haven't lost the war. Next time, Dirt, I'm bringing reinforcements.
Reinforcements.
Science. Magic. Both. We're gonna mix stubbornness with brains. Just you wait.
And with that, she turned, marching away from the field. Because if anyone was going to turn this dust into dinner, it was Lyra Challenge the Magnificent.